Every year, hundreds of expeditions and races are held in the oceans, lakes, and rivers of the world, except perhaps this one. However, water is hazardous. Risks include hypothermia, riptides, and powerful currents. But what aquatic dangers are more peculiar? In today's episode, we'll be talking about the top 10 deadliest lake animals you'll see for the first time. There are many amazing aquatic animals in our waters that are worth appreciating, but there are also others that should be avoided at all costs. Viewers will find 10 of the most hazardous marine life on this list. Each of the creatures listed, from the cone snail to the stonefish, has the potential to cause an excruciatingly painful sting, hospitalization, or even death. Due in part to their larger size, marine animals are perceived as being more dangerous than freshwater ones. Few individuals will be happy to see sharks approaching them, but compared to the ocean's top predators, many marine species are more lethal to people. They all prefer to employ venom as a weapon. For instance, you are much more likely to come in contact with a jellyfish than a great white shark. While many species merely mildly irritate people, many species hurt severely, and a few species are even lethal. There are about 50 species of jellyfish, the most hazardous of which is the box jellyfish. Number 10. Box jellyfish. The list of the world's most dangerous marine animals frequently starts and ends with this infamously dangerous jellyfish. Box jellyfish are thought to come in 51 different species. Although it may not appear dangerous, its sting can be fatal. Because the box jellyfish can swim, unlike some jellyfish, they can forage for prey and migrate across the ocean more quickly. The venom attached to the body by this dreadful creature's tentacles cling to the skin and inflict severe pain. Number 9. Blue-ringed octopus. Beautiful and deadly, the blue-ringed octopus is a species of tiny octopus that inhabits tide pools in the Pacific and Indian Oceans. They have yellow skin, blue and black rings, and are easily identified. Crabs, shrimp, and other small creatures are typically their prey. They are among the most hazardous animals in the world, according to scientists. If stung, one can anticipate experiencing complete body paralysis, which could cause them to drown if they are stung in water that is deep enough. Tetrodotoxin is a substance that is disastrous when it comes in contact with people. It's the cause of this possibly fatal adverse effect. There is no recognized antivenom as of now. Number 8. Flower urchin. This animal is regarded as the most dangerous urchin in the entire globe. The sea urchin can sting you with painful venom, which could put you in the hospital. They inhabit sandy, seagrass, and coral reed habitats. Their pinkish hues and floral pattern gave them the nickname flower urchin. The tongue, lips, eyes, and muscles may become paralyzed if touched. Other effects include speech impossibility, difficulty breathing, and faintiness. Scientist Tatsumo Fujiwara said he felt like he was about to die after unintentionally stinging himself, but the ache subsided within 15 minutes. Number 7. Titan triggerfish. In coral reefs in the oceans extending from Australia to Thailand, triggerfish can be found. These fish have a reputation for being aggressive, attacking divers who approach nests too closely. Divers should stay away from them when diving near coral reefs. Triggerfish typically eat sea urchins, tube worms, coral, and mollusks. They can reach a maximum length of 30 inches. Additionally, they have been seen acting aggressively towards other fish. Although they don't have venom, they can nevertheless cause severe harm, such as puncture wounds with their excruciating bites. Number 6. Stonefish. The stonefish is thought to be the most hazardous fish currently swimming. They can be found on the Pacific and Indian Ocean shores. They can cause hospitalization, even death, from their powerful stings. The venom is typically pushed into the bottom of the foot when swimmers stomp on those fish. Sometimes swimmers picking up these fish in the waters or even on the beach cause stings. Number 5. Cone snail. A species of sea snails known as cone snails is particularly poisonous. Over 600 different species can be found worldwide. Despite their unassuming appearance, they may sting people and should never be handled. Their shells have unique and intricate patterns and are frequently colorful, a regrettable human attraction and a deterrent to predators. They have very poisonous venom that can kill people. It's interesting to note that the same venom has been researched for potentially medical applications. Number 4. Sea snakes. Sea snakes are poisonous snakes that can only survive in water, making them incapable of living on land. In the warm coastal waters, they can be discovered. These snakes are frequently mistaken for eels because of their compact bodies. They need to surface frequently because they breathe air. They might be delicate or hostile. While certain sea snakes should be avoided, others can be handled safely. The majority are considered reluctant eaters. However, one species contains venom that is more powerful and potent than that of any terrestrial snake in existence. Several deaths have been reported, however, not many. Number 3. Barracuda. Predatory fish known for their violent behavior is called barracudas. They are saltwater fish that live in waters that are tropical and subtropical. Near the ocean surface, they occupy the area surrounding coral reefs. They have a distinctive, unmistakable snout shape and fangs in their jaws. They also have an underbite due to their pouty skulls. When attacking prey, barracuda can swim up to 27 miles per hour. Barracudas may confuse snorkelers for prey and strike at people. These attacks are uncommon though. Number 2. Lionfish. The lionfish, sometimes known as zebrafish or firefish, is a stunning venomous marine fish. They are vibrant and typically have red, white, and black bands. Their bodies are covered with a striking pattern of spiky fins. Great predators, lionfish frequently provide a risk to fishermen and divers. A human being who has been stung will feel everything from excruciating pain to nausea, vomiting, and trouble breathing. Also, possible side effects include numbness, heartburn, headaches, and diarrhea. Although its venom seldom causes mortality, there have been cases where extremely severe allergic reactions lead to hospitalization and even death. Number 1. Stingray. Stingrays are generally not a threat, although they can be fatal if they sting a swimmer. They bury themselves in the sand of shallow pools, and stepping on them could sting. In tropical and subtropical waters all throughout the world, stingrays are common. There are over 220 different species. They have increased their level of engagement recently and are frequently recognized as such by the IUCN. The majority of us might consider crocodiles and piranhas to be the most dangerous freshwater creatures. Piranhas are dangerous and should be avoided, but they are not the man-eating monsters that Hollywood movies portray them to be. Instead, they often scavenge dead animals and will only attack a person as a last resort or if they feel threatened. In contrast, crocodiles cannot be compared. The seemingly innocent kangaroo is the stuff of nightmares, and the Amazon River is home to many other species you would prefer not to swim into. Although it has been claimed that these tiny parasitic catfish occasionally enter men and women's urethras due to their attractions to pee, they may feed on the gills of larger fish. Even though there are a few incidents of kangaroo assaults that have been documented, experts are skeptical. The fish exhibit no interest in urine during studies, and their typical length and width of 3 inches and 1/4 inch respectively make them far too big to fit into a urethra. These tiny fish have large reputations and they actually are dangerous, it seems. The only known spider that lives entirely underwater is the diving bell spider, one of the less well-known freshwater threats. Being an arachnid, it must breathe air, therefore it creates its own air bubble and secures it with the hairs of its legs and belly. It is a wonderfully intriguing creature. About once each day it comes to the surface to top off the air in its bubble. They can be found in regions of northern Asia as well as northern and central Europe. Although they cannot kill people with their bite, their fangs can pierce flesh and result in fever and inflammation. With this, we conclude our video. Thank you for watching.